What up nerds, I'm Shareef and this is going to be a very short video. Recently I decided to create the perfect vlogging rig and you can check out that video by clicking the link above. I bought myself a DJI Osmo Action as well as all the accessories. One of the big advantages of the Osmo Action is that DJI are constantly updating the device firmware to make improvements to the way the camera works. These updates have had a huge positive impact on the Osmo Action over the last year. Lots of camera companies release firmware updates, but in my experience, very few of them actually make significant improvements. So, I want to give DJI a lot of credit for their hard work. Now, I bought my Osmo Action brand new, so obviously it will still have the original firmware. I definitely want the new firmware straight away, partly because it promises lots of little improvements, but most importantly, it promises two big changes to the way the camera works. Firstly, the new firmware is supposed to improve the sound quality coming out of the device, and in particular, the quality you get when using an external microphone. Secondly, with the original firmware, there was a small but significant delay between what you were filming and what you saw on the screen. So, you might film a car driving past, and on your screen the car would appear half a second later. The delay only seemed to occur when using the electronic image stabilization, Rocksteady. Now, DJI actually listened to their customers and promised that the latest firmware would significantly reduce the delay. And the reviews online have confirmed that the update really helped with that problem. So, obviously, I'm keen to get the latest firmware installed, and there are two ways to do that. The first method involves using the DJI Mimo app and connecting your phone to your camera over Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Once you connect any DJI device to the Mimo app, it checks for firmware updates and offers to install the new software if it's available. But my device is brand new, so there's an extra step to the process. In case you didn't know, the DJI Osmo Action can't be used straight out of the box. You have to download the DJI Mimo app to your smartphone and then log in with your DJI account, or create one if you don't already have an account. Connect the two devices wirelessly, then activate the Osmo Action via the Mimo app. The app itself should be telling you that you need to update the firmware. The Mimo app should then offer to do all the hard work for you and install any new firmware. It's supposed to be a pretty painless process. Just follow the prompts and it should all happen automatically. Now, I had heard some people say that process didn't work for them, and sadly, that was my experience too. My new camera connected just fine to my smartphone. The DJI Mimo app downloaded the latest firmware very easily too. Unfortunately, that's when I hit a snag. Every time I tried to upload the new firmware to my camera, I got a connection failure message. That was really annoying because the DJI Mimo app definitely was able to connect to my camera. After 10 minutes of trying, I just gave up. Luckily, there is a second method for updating firmware. You just visit the DJI website, download the new firmware to your computer, and then copy the new firmware file to your micro SD card. Make sure your camera is switched off, stick the SD card into your Osmo Action, and within a couple of minutes the new firmware will be installed. For me, that process worked really easily, and I will leave a link in the description for the DJI website and their Osmo Action firmware page. And that's it! Very short video today. I hope that's helpful for some of you who might be unsure of the process. Later, nerds!